Greetings everyone, Renfail here. Welcome back for another video here on the channel. If you are a returning visitor and if you are new, well, you're in for a treat because today we are diving into a first impressions gameplay walkthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker by Owlcat Games. Now, if you've never played this game before, it is based on the Pathfinder rule set and set in their world. I've played a lot of CRPGs in the past, but typically they are either original worlds like, say, Pillars of Eternity or Pillars of Eternity 2, or they're set in Dungeons & Dragons worlds, so say like the Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale series, or Neverwinter Nights, things of that nature. Or Solasta, which I love, by the way, and that's their own unique world. But this game is the first time I've ever played a Pathfinder game. If you've been following the channel recently, we've been doing a Starfinder actual play series, and I've been genuinely interested in learning more about the Pathfinder world and rule sets and beyond. I figured there was no better time than 2023 to really sink my teeth into this game and see what it's all about. Now, I did a live stream the other day to kind of get acquainted with things. I'm pretty happy with what I saw. We're going to be doing a different class through this playthrough so we can do a proper first impressions video for everybody, and this will be a raw and uncut, unless I have to step out and like take care of cats or anything, just playthrough of the prologue here to get our feet wet, see what this game is all about, and give you a review by the end of this to know whether or not this is something you might want to sink your teeth into for 40, 50, 60 hours of gameplay. So without further ado, let's get into a new game here. As we get going, this is the perfect time for me to say don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Support if you can. We do memberships here on the channel, as well as super chats on any premieres or live streams, or super thanks on any uploads or YouTube shorts. Check out the Discord, links are down below. There's also a Patreon page and beyond, so check it all out. In the meanwhile, main story here is the one we're going to be going through. It says, explore the Stolen Lands, a wild territory that has been contested for centuries. Hundreds of kingdoms have risen and fallen in these lands, and now it is time for you to make your mark by building your own kingdom. To succeed in this, you'll need to survive the harsh wilderness and the menace of rival nations, as well as perils from within your own court. So we're going to click Next. Now we have options here to select difficulty. I'm just going to leave it on normal for now. We'll go from there. And now we're going to create a character. Now you obviously have the option to pick one of their predefined characters. Like you have Hedwig, who's a fighter. It says he's deadly with a flail and skillfully uses his shield for both attack and defense. There's also Meliku, who's a paladin, Vileen, who's a ranger, Gimar, who's a sorcerer, or Yadmila, who's a cleric. Now I'm going to create my own character from scratch. First and foremost, they have you click and select an avatar. Now I already know that I want to do a ranger for this, so I need to find an appropriate ranger avatar. That's like the fighter that we just looked at. What do we got here? I know this guy has a bow, because that's got oh, yep, there we go. That's what I want. Elven Ranger. Not even gonna need to look at that again. And we are gonna go with an elf. Now I'm gonna be doing additional videos on all of the races, and then another video for all the classes. That's something I do for all the CRPGs I play. I do a, what are the best races to play? What are the best classes to play? And I do a deep dive into all of those. And I usually do a deep dive into the character creation. So make sure to stay tuned, because I will have additional videos coming out around this game. So hopefully you'll check all those out as well. But in the meantime, I know that I want to do an elf, just because for roleplay purposes. I get keen senses, elven magic, and elven immunities, as well as elven weapon familiarity, which gives me proficiency with longbows, including composite longbows, which is very important for the archer build that I'm going to make. And any weapon with the word elven in the name is a martial weapon. Make sure I've selected male here. Really cool. All right. Body type 1. That's too skinny. Let's go with 1. Face. I don't know what face I want. 1 looks pretty good. Face 2. Oh, 3 with a smile? No thanks. Ooh, with a grimace? No. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. No. I think we're just going with 1. Hairstyle 1. No. 2. No. 3, 4, 5. 5's not bad. I think we're gonna go with 5. Color. Let's go with the blonde. I don't know. That dirty gray blonde looks pretty good too. Or that. Let's go with that. Main hand, left or right? We're going to say right hand is the main hand. Next up is the class. Now, I already know that I want to play a ranger, so we're immediately going to be going down to the ranger. But they do have subclasses here that are important to pay attention to depending on what kind of ranger you want to play. By the way, I love the graphic with the cloak and the backpack and everything. That rope on the backpack, everybody needs rope. So the base class here is Rangers are deft skirmishers, either in melee or at range, capable of skillfully dancing in and out of combat. Alright. There's Freebooter, which is a pirate. Flame Warden. So I guess they get some spells at their disposal. And then Stormwalker, which allows you to do you can wreathe your weapon in lightning. Very interesting. We're just going to go with the standard good old Ranger, which gives us Ranger proficiencies and beyond. Then we're going to click Next. And we have to do our ability scores here and our skills. Now, I know because I already get the Dex bonus built in, so really we're just about assigning points here. I'm going to bring the con up to 10 because I don't like having any negatives. I'm going to bring this up to 18 so that I have my max Dex bonus. Probably go ahead and give myself, let's see here if we get enough points. I definitely want Persuasion, Perception, Lore Nature. I don't really care about Stealth, but I do want Athletics. Yeah, I'll take Stealth as well. So that's plenty. I don't need to put it. If I wanted more points over here, I just would bump my Intelligence up more because you get more points. For every 2 points of Intelligence, you get more skill points to put into places, but I don't need them, so. I'm going to put the rest into Con. I don't know that I will ever use Strength. Like, I don't know that I will ever use Strength, so probably the rest of my points I'll put into Wisdom for casting bonuses and stuff. So that's a pretty good build. I have 18 Dex, 14 Con, 12 Intelligence, and 14 Wisdom. I'm pretty happy with that build. It gives me some decent stats to get going with. From here, I get 2. I definitely want Point Blank Shot because it gives me a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with weapons up to 30 feet. So I definitely want Point Blank Shot. And they're prompting me to, like, if I pick a favorite enemy at this point. I guess that's only what this is here. I don't know what I would want to pick, honestly. I don't know. I know trolls are something you usually come up against a lot. So are there trolls in here? I don't know if that's monstrous humanoids or not. I don't know what trolls would be under, to be honest with you. So, what are aberrations? Oh hell, let's just go monstrous humanoids. And hope that that's correct. Don't know. Alright, next. We choose a voice here.
A mere flesh wound. I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
Let us press on.
Forwards!
My skills exceed yours.
Let's do reserved. I like reserved. And chaotic good alignment, please, because I'm always good. And of course, name. Renfail.
A solid plan.
And there we have right here a breakdown of our character. Everything we've chosen so far. All of our stats and everything else. So from here, we can go ahead and click complete. And it's going to load us into the game for the first time.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
All right, that's our narrator. We're being given a very brief background.
Where are they? This is taking forever! They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
So it says here, Brevoy is a relatively young nation, having only existed since 4499 AR. Meanwhile, the Aldori Sword Lords arose when famed swordsman Baron Syrian Aldori agreed to train a select group of pupils in his dueling techniques. They ruled Rossland for generations, each as prickly and impulsive as the other's founder. And though they are considered some of the finest sword fighters in the Inner Sea, they are also obsessed with personal standing
All right,
and
you
honor.
purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
I do have a question. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
You are a prick, little man.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
I think it is. Noticing you've heard her comments, she winks at you coyly. Okay, there's a whole team of us. Who exactly is going to be receiving the title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question.
She takes a long pause, waiting for the voices to die down as everyone directs their attention towards her.
We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Okay.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet, go, and return in triumph.
Right.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
Yeah, I'm Renfail. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly?
That's a valid point, a very valid point.
And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
That's not a bad plan, so I'll tell you what. I'll accomplish the feats, and you'll write them down.
Deal. All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
The first step on the road to glory. Alright. It says leave the hall. To move the camera, use WSD and arrow keys. Okay, so we can move around like that. We can also scroll to either side, up and down. Can we pan the camera? No. I'm clicking the mouse button to see if we can like move the camera around. Right button. Nope, that just changes the direction that my character's going to face. Alright, so it looks like we only get one character angle. Click this icon to exit the current area. I love the artwork.
Help! Help!
Lindsay bursts into your room. She looks scared. Her face is smeared with soot and she holds a weapon in her hands. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
As if to lend credence to Lindsay's words, a scream echoes from the hallway. That was a pretty impressive scream, by the way. Alright, so... Oh! You're not going anywhere! Looks like we're being faced with combat. Combat happens in real time, but you can pause the game at any time to assess the situation and give orders to your companions. Space, sure thing. Okay, you can also switch to turn-based mode if you prefer that in game settings. Cool. Dice rolls, yep, I'm familiar with it. Initiative, familiar with that as well. Attack rolls, I'm familiar with all these things. These are standard TTRPG stuff. Weapon sets. Okay. Do I need to click on him?
Solid plan.
Oh, he's pulling his bow. Ah! I can't center on him properly. So the camera is a little buggy here because it won't let me go down. Alright, whatever. Alright, collect all. Can I wear any of that? Am I gonna lose anything for wearing that? I'm gonna stick with studded leather for now. I don't, you know, I'm a ranged character, not a melee character, so I don't need to be getting up into the thick of it. By the way, am I using a short bow or a long bow? A long bow, very nice. Alright, quick save, F5. Cool, F5 worked. Tab, highlights, okay, we're good there. The assassins are already here, follow me, quick! Lizzie's journal contains your current quests and tasks. To open the journal, press J. My quill takes its first sip from the ink pot and scripts, or rather scribbles, the first lines of the book about the travels, adventures, and victories that lie ahead. This book will tell both its hero and me, the author, Lindsay. The note to self when I come up with a fancy nickname, add it here. Oh, so it's her writing the journal. That's super cute. So that's awesome. That's a really cool way to do the journal, by the way. I will take that, and that. And it's a dead person, so moving on. The assassins are already here. Move quick. Another body. Collect all. The bookshelf. Oh, yeah, definitely take all. Alright. They've got someone. We have to help. Look, they're running. Get them. What shall I do with this one? I'll finish him later. He won't get away. Alright, so... she's attacking. Okay.
I'm leading you out of our story.
Oh, so you can scroll in quite close, which is nice.
You're just in time. A bit
when the
longer
camera
than
doesn't
I'd have been
get stuck.
Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory.
Man, what an ass.
Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Okay. Equipment. You've acquired a ring. In order to equip it, open your inventory by pressing I. To equip an item, double-click on it or drag it to a suitable slot. Hover over it to see the description of it. Okay. So, let's double-click it. And I now get +1 armor class. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and quick save again. I have 3 people in my party now.
The path is clear.
There are several companions in your party now. Select a single character to click their portrait, press corresponding Alt +1 key to select all characters playing fast pace. Okay. Hold up, did we? Door's blocked from the other side. Okay.
They dare to attack me!
Serves you right.
Okay, this is advanced combat, spell casting. Review, open a spell by pressing B. Okay, abilities are under your ability tab. You can also drag it onto your hotbar. Hold on, go back. Some abilities do not require target to be switched on and off. Some actions performed close to an armed opponent can provoke an additional attack upon your character without waiting for their turn. Such actions include casting spells, moving away from the opponent. Wow, so casting a spell provokes an attack of opportunity in Pathfinder? Also shooting ranged weapons? Wow, that's I think in like 5th edition and like D&D it's usually only movement, but here it's shooting ranged weapons, standing up from prone, Moving away from opponent and casting spells. Provoke an attack of opportunity. It says something about tactical mode. Hold shift plus space while the game is paused. Interesting. By the way, how is he casting health points? Yep, I'm familiar. Okay. Quick slots on their belts. Show to the main screen, click the belt button. So that's what they're talking about here, the belt and abilities button. And how do I equip? I'm assuming, where's the belt? This must be the belt here, because it has hot slot stuff already in it. Okay. By the way, what is this? Incense? Okay. Let's quick save. Oh, I had a question. He was auto casting a spell. This one. Why is it highlighted? It says this spell or ability can be used in automatic mode. To activate it, right click on an icon in the active panel. Oh, that's cool. So like cantrips can be auto cast? That's really cool. Alright. Oh, well, guess what? They just gave me a bunch of hit points. Hit point potions. That's cool. So let's, can I not drop a stack? It's only dropping... Oh, so it just fills up one at a time. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Let's go ahead and quick save. Ooh, there's blood on the floor. It's probably not a good thing. I can't believe it. That could have been us. Well, our adventures have certainly come to an end. I'm not going to pick up heavy stuff. Oh no, is everyone dead? Kind of looks that way.
Tread lightly.
Hey, there's a kitty cat. Can I click it? Where'd you go, kitty cat? Oh, there's the kitty cat. Can I click it? No, I can't click him. Doggone it.
Let us be careful.
Kitty cat, meow. Oh, that's that crazy chick that we met earlier.
Can you make an epic pose? You need inspiration.
So even though it's not turn-based mode, there's the attacks still have a certain amount of time that they take.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
The barbarian's face is distorted with rage. She grinds her teeth and sweat drips from her forehead. Noticing Tartuccio, she swings her sword, but stops it just in time.
Blood for Gorham!
She takes a deep breath, barks out blood for Gorham, then swinging her bloody sword, she runs towards the sound of battle. So she's like a berserker, I'm assuming?
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Alright. Oh, hang on. What is this? The heavy grate is securely locked. Ooh, animation scene. There they are, the assassins! This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. So generous. I'm afraid I can't offer you the same courtesy. Hey, ugly mug, get him! Oh, he just trampled his own dude. Is that like a frost giant? Or an ice giant or something? Dude, that was dope. Like a cone of cold to the face. I like how he trampled his own guy, though. That was kind of funny. Oh, they just did something that caused the explosion. Down in the bottom right it says frost giant, so it's definitely a frost giant. Okay, that's a quick save. I do not. I'm terrified. He did 45 damage to the guard. Holy crap. I hope we're not going to have to face a frost giant anytime soon. The passage is blocked. You can't make it through this way. Skill check. Sometimes interacting with an object requires a skill check. This is a lot like Pillars of Eternity does this, by the way. So let's go ahead and click that. Successful dex check. Ooh, they didn't see us yet. So can I... Where's the stealth button? Aha!
I'm out of sight.
You deserved it.
Hey!
Oh, that was extremely satisfying.
I'm writing you out of our story.
That was very satisfying, like hitting him from stealth. I don't know that we actually got a bonus for that, but it looked cool. By the way, these are short bows. I don't care about short bows. An armory. Ooh. Borrow some weapons, we say. Press the tab key to highlight. Yeah, I've been doing that already. Tab is pretty standard for composite longbow. Hold up, I got a new bow. Oh yeah. It's a ×3 critical hit. That's okay. So what's the difference between this and the regular longbow? It actually looks the same. So what does quality composite mean? Huh. Alright, well, quick save. What are the goodies we got in here?
The path is clear.
I don't need a shield. There's a key. Definitely take the key. What about armor? I don't want to carry heavy stuff. What else we got? What's this chest?
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm a cat, a good character. I would not do that. So stealing from a sword lord in her own mansion? She'd have our heads.
How would she know it was us and not the assassins? Unless someone planned on telling her.
The gnome throws a sideways glance at Lindsay.
Don't drag me into this. You do what you want, but I'm not taking a single coin.
Neither am I, dear. Neither am I. Each character can carry a limited amount of weight based on their strength score. Each character carries the weight of their personal equipment as well as part of the party's shared stash. There are 3 stages of encumbrance. Medium and heavy loads burden the character, limiting their abilities in battle. Okay, so how do I know my... Down on the bottom it shows party encumbrance. Travel speed is reduced. We have a fatigue period. Oh, well then maybe we should like drop some of this heavy stuff. I mean, do I need the hand axe and stuff? I don't think I need. I mean, I really don't want to be encumbered.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jaethal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
Tartusio eyes Jaethal suspiciously.
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
All right. Traps! Well, I don't have a thief in my party, so this is going to be interesting. You're encountering many traps in your adventure, although my bard might have trickery. When any of your character approaches a trap, they will make an automatic perception skill check to see if they detect it. You can then click on it to order one of the characters to make a trickery skill check. But if the skill roll is less than the trap's difficulty by 5 or more, the trap is going to go off. Ruh-roh. By the way, was there anything down this hall? No, we're good. Let's do a quick save here. Let's check the room first. Oh, that's definitely the trap that we found. Okay, she does have trickery, perhaps.
Applause, please.
Applause, please. That's awesome.
I see something.
I like how it auto pauses, by the way, and I'm sure you can turn that off, but I like how it auto pauses on the
Would you look at that?
on detection of a trap, so you don't accidentally run into something. I'm not gonna pick any of that up.
I'll go ahead.
Any more traps? You found a scroll! Yeah, that's... I don't need to learn more about scrolls.
Let's head out.
I'm familiar with how scrolls work. Uh-oh, there's a dude there. Can we do the stealth thing again?
Shadows engulf me.
What are you dallying for? I'm telling you, Jamandi's case is had to be in here somewhere. Hurry it up before... Oh, stop! Someone's coming! How did he see me when we're stealthed?
Forwards!
Alright, we got an update. Find and open a cache in Sword Lord. Jumanji's. Well, hang on, we got some chests in here. Go ahead and quick save. I don't see. We have interactable statues. More interactable statues. Now, I actually did this when last night, and I was hoping there was going to be some clues to these, but it turns out that to do this, it's just a matter of getting all the statues to raise their swords. I don't have it queued up at the moment. We're going to...
And Lindsay was called forth.
And Lindsay was called forth. I don't exactly remember how to do this, so let's just see if I can make it happen by chance. that opened a room. By the way, that's different. The room that I opened last night was behind this painting over here, and this one opened a different room altogether. That's very interesting. I wonder, is it vary per playthrough? If you guys watched the live stream that I did the other night, it opened a completely different room. Alright. That's a quick save worthy moment right there. Yeah, it totally opened a room up in here by the painting last night. Alright.
Watch each other.
Everything is so much fun with a little fire. What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
Oh, I get a knowledge. You sound like a Kelishite, am I right?
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word.
Oh.
I like making new friends.
I do too. I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I am Kayesi, one of the many here who seek a better fate, answering the call of Lady Jamandi. But unlike the others, I never dropped my guard, day or night. It's why I'm still alive.
Alright, well there are assassins in the prowl, so let's get moving.
I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
The tiefling salutes you and runs ahead nimbly.
The path is clear.
Grotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering
Sometimes
over
skill
me.
okay.
It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
So we've got dialogue skill checks. I'm familiar with these from Pillars of Eternity and other games. So aren't you being a bit premature? Look at yourself. You've barely got a scratch.
That's impossible. Oh, it seems you might be right.
The dwarf lifts his head and inspects his body carefully, then tries to move his hands and feet.
Yeah, it seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god, not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Arim is at your service.
Alright, so we got another party member with a quick save moment. Clerics and druids can convert their spells spontaneously. A cleric of good alignment doesn't need to prepare healing spells. They can spend almost any prepared spell to cast a cure spell at the same level. How does that work?
Yes, I'm still here.
Like, how do I convert a spell? Okay. What is that? Are these cantrips or something? Level 0. Okay, so that's level 1, that's level 0. I understand now. Oh, he has a light spell! I'm totally dragging on the hopper real quick for a reason, because I think that's really cool. So we're going to do something real quick. I want to cast on Renfail. And now I have a globe of light that follows me around. Oh, that's so helpful in dungeons. It looks a lot like the Celastic Crown of the Magister does it really well as well. Oh, that's so cool. Alright. Formations. Okay. So this is, you know, like Pillars of Eternity, for example. You can customize your selections. So, you know, we'd be like, you go up front with the cleric. We're all back here because we're ranged characters. Like so. Voila, and then we can use this right click and hold the right click to then pan it around and have them face a certain direction.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere. Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Copy that. You need help putting out the fire?
No, we'll manage. I've got my best people here. Those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded?
Where's the hall?
We need to help them.
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
Copy that.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
The tiefling girl starts off and dashes through the fire.
May Abadar keep you safe.
Who's Abadar? The god of cities, laws, merchants, and wealth. Alright. Quick save! Alright, nothing for it. Let's go. Okay, illustrated book episodes. Some game events play out as illustrated book episodes. The decisions you make during these episodes can have a drastic impact on the development of the game's plot. As with normal dialogues, you will often need to make various skill checks during these episodes, depending on the circumstances. Sometimes you will need to choose one of your party members to perform an action, or other times an action will be automatically performed by the character with the highest skill bonus. Okay? And so this is I don't do Lindsay's voice very well, so she's reading this. And so our adventure started earlier and much more tragic than we'd expected. The whole team we'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls led by Renfail, and not at all by that scoundrel Tartusio, no matter what he might imagine of himself. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through fire, literally. As we approached the burning building, we drenched ourselves with buckets of water, please. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoroughly wet our clothes and hair. After that, we covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were only left with one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Renfell led us stubbornly through the flames while Tartusio did nothing useful at all. We'd made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I'd chatted to with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in that calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty, but now, amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial avenger. An armored deity, menacing, but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burned, barely leaving guard in her arms. "There are two more," she shouted as she passed by us. "They are wounded. Help me pull them out." Tartusio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us, and meanwhile Renfail, athletics check. We're gonna rush to save the guards from the fire. Oh, I succeeded. Saving the poor fellow didn't take long. Together we lifted them up and carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. "Thank you, that was truly noble of you," she said. "And now, let us rush to Lady Aldori's aid." Ensuring the guards we'd rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall where the battle was already in full swing. One of your characters is fatigued. This is just one of the negative conditions that can affect you during gameplay. To notify this effect, a symbol will appear near their portrait. Oh, that's that right there. They take a -2 penalty to strength and dex. Ouch. That's a pretty steep penalty. Alright. Uncollected loot. When you leave a location... Oh, that's really cool. You get a pop-up that's like, hey, you forgot to loot all this stuff. Do you actually want it? So you can, you know, not miss any, like, magical items. I don't want to pick up any of the weighty stuff, though. When in doubt, save. Oh, don't worry. I do save a lot. Scum saves and scum loads for the win. Ooh, there's that frost giant. Reinforcements are already in the way. Say your prayers, scum. Oh, I had the mouse scrolling over. All right, let's pause. We need to take out the caster.
Unworthy. You cannot stand against me.
Aim carefully.
Can we retreat now?
Attack.
Oh, I need to pause. He needs to heal. Woo!
Protect me!
Let's get that other mage down. Oh, the barrier just failed. Oh, where's everybody running off to? Alright, we're good. We're good. We survived. Although, barely. That was, Oh, actually, I need to get everybody gathered in one place, because he totally just wasted that cast. And let's go ahead and do a Cure Light Wounds. Actually, let's get Cure Light Wounds on the hotbar, please. Oh, I can't. Okay. Alright. Says we need to chalk to Jamandi.
I shall not fail.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger, and that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
What a prick! You're the one who gave me the ring. I have to make a deception. Okay, I have to make a diplomacy check to actually prove myself. Well, here we go.
In the middle of
failed
the attack, he took off the very ring that would guarantee his safety just to set you up. Possible, but not convincing.
At least she didn't buy into it.
There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
She at least looks obviously embarrassed.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes.
Well, thank you.
A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand.
She spits
He's got
on the
the eyes of a spy. And the mug of a spy!
Oh, I like her.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
Sometimes your character has to make difficult decisions relying on their conscience or lack thereof. This just doesn't impact your character's alignment, gradually shifting your character to good or evil, lawful, or chaotic. Some dialogues feature additional options that are available only to characters with certain lines. That's the stream. I'd go for number 2 here. We're in the middle of battle and needed weapons. There was no time to run and ask for permission.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
Okay, cool. I made that check.
Is it not insane to be faced with death and stop to question whether you may be breaking some law or rule? Our leader acted wisely.
There is a difference between initiative taken in battle and blatant arrogation. How can someone who disregards authorities be a leader himself?
Ooh.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here?
What trick?
He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
Dude, people were dying in front of me. How could I just walk by?
Really, Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
Thank you, Jamandi. I appreciate that you saw through that.
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Oh, you're a bitch.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who were to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If Tartuccio allows, I would join his team. Forgive me, but I don't appreciate your willfulness.
Okay.
And I like our leader. What wisdom lies in minding orders, laws, and rules in the face of oblivion, knowing not whether you'll be alive tomorrow? I will go with his team.
Okay.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the stolen lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the stolen lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Levitin's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies. I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patox. But you should know that it isn't just Patox we need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, Any feats you accomplish will be points.
So this was something I actually had to look up to confirm. There are time limits in this game. So you're given 3 in-game months to complete Chapter 1, or Act 1, which is to take care of the Stag Lord. I've heard from people when I was reading this the other night that it's more than enough time to get it done. But just it's something to pay attention. You know, if you try to do like a completionist playthrough, you might run into that time limit at some point.
And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
All right, what's next?
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, stolen lands. Heroes are on the way.
I love this image, by the way. That's a really cool shot. Shouldn't I say shot? Drawing. It's not an actual photo. Oh my goodness. Alright, this is the map of the stolen lands and their vicinities. To set out, click on one of the arrows near your party token. You can learn the locations, whereabouts of different locations by talking to characters or happening upon them in your journey. After learning about a location, you must find the way there yourself. Along the way, random encounters await. You may be attacked by monsters, or you may meet new acquaintances. After exiting the location of a random encounter, you will not be able to return there. Okay. Alright, well we have a map now, and it looks like we have a whole bunch of stuff that we can explore, which is really cool. So, we'll be going from here. This is where they drop us out in the real world, so this is the end of the tutorial section. So, this is also the end of my first impressions video for the Pathfinder Kingmaker CRPG from Owlcat Games. I love this game. Like, I played this character, I played another character through last night, so in between these two playthroughs, I've got a pretty good first impression so far. I love the complexity of all of the different abilities that you have and everything else. I feel like this is way more complex than, say, you know, Solasta, Crown of the Magister, which I love. I love Solasta. It's a great game, but it's 5th edition. It's very simple in comparison. This feels a lot more like Pillars of Eternity, where it's got just really deep rules. And even though Pillars of Eternity is its own thing, you know, this is based on, I believe it's Pathfinder 2nd edition, which is a very, I've been told, like one of the best, what they call quote-unquote crunchy systems out there for just tons of rules and everything else. So I love all the dice rolls. I love all of the different dialogue options and everything else I've seen so far in the game. And I'm really looking forward to sinking my teeth into this and actually doing a full playthrough. We can toggle location names on. That's cool. I know from reading up on this game that there's another component to this, which is the kingdom management, which will be something I talk about in a full review. And I will be doing not only a full review, but I'm also going to be doing a playthrough series here on my channel. So if you like the sound of that, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. I absolutely think this game is worth it based on my first impressions. I think it's totally worth playing, but I love CRPGs. I'm really looking forward to learning more about the Pathfinder world and rule set, so that's one of the things that's got me most excited about this. I know this game has been out for a few years now, so I'm a little bit behind the curve, but I think it's well worth playing even now. So that's just my take on things. If you liked all of that and you want to follow along for more and you want to help support me and keep me on the air full time so that I can continue to do this full time, it's really easy. YouTube algorithms are great and everything else, and I do make some money off of advertising, but it's minuscule in comparison to the support I get from my fans and followers and community members. So you can start by memberships. There's 3 different tiers down below. There's also super chats on any live stream or premiere. There's a button down in the chat window with a $sign on it, pre-programmed amounts, so you can plug in your own. Super thanks work on any YouTube short or uploaded video. It's the same thing where there's a heart button down where you can like and follow the channel. There's pre-programmed amounts, or you can plug your own in. There's also a Discord channel if you want to hang out with us in our Discord, and a Patreon page if you want to check that out as well. So definitely worth your time. Looking forward to doing more Pathfinder Kingmaker. Hopefully we'll be seeing you in upcoming episodes, playthroughs, game guides, and beyond. Check out the other playlists here on the channel, and I will see everybody in the next episode.